Hey everybody, welcome back to this episode of Think Business. I'm looking forward to talking with Pinar. Pinar, thank you for calling in all the way from London. I was sharing with you,
Thank
my
you.
wife and I and our kids were in London for 2 weeks last summer. What a great place. We loved it. We had the best time. I'm looking forward to talking with you about a venture you started 4 years ago in the personal beauty industry. And really, it's about personal care. And you founded a company called TAKK Essentials. So before we kind of dive in, I want to talk a little bit about the courage it takes to start your own business, right? The courage, I think a lot of people may say, wow, that's a market that's very saturated, regionally, locally, globally. There's a lot of competition. So even though they maybe have an idea that maybe is different, they may not have the courage to kind of jump in. So talk a little bit about your courage. What was your kind of moments in like who gave you the courage early on, or what gave you the courage, and then how did you then jump in?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm actually from big BT, so I used to work for a giant multinational company. I had a happy career, so I'm not like a young, energetic American hype entrepreneur type, really. So I decided to become an entrepreneur almost close to my 40s.
I love it.
Um, yeah, so I had a big career, but there was like I start asking some existential questions to myself, like who am I? What are my values? I used to work very hard, and then I start questioning how my work is contributing to society, and I quite got challenged by my questions. I felt like, I want to bring more value to the society we live in, to live a more meaningful life, and that's where I started to look my industry from a different perspective, and I saw the flaws, and I kind of make my mind that how it could be done better, and I get motivated from there. Like my pure motivation was
Yeah.
somebody needs to be doing this better, and if I can give it a try.
Yeah.
So that was my motivation. But honestly speaking, it took a bit of time for me to make my mind. It's not easy to let go of your corporate career when things are going well. Sometimes you are just pushed into it, and that's also fine. But sometimes you have to disrupt your own career to become an entrepreneur, which is, I had my fears. Even just for that, I got an MBA just to be able to manage my anxiety to become an entrepreneur. I want to keep the door a bit half open to me if I wanted to go back to corporate. But here I am 4 years later, still enjoying being an entrepreneur.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so when you say that you knew that it could be done better, what was it that could be done better? Was it the product? Was it the packaging? Was it the culture? What was it that could be done better from your eye?
My main, yeah, my main concern was uh, I think our global economy is growth addicted, and beauty industry has been growing very heavily. And then I think we end up in a point that we manufacture problems to be able to offer solutions, where it used to be only one simple product to keep your hair clean. It's now like a 5 product regime that you need to use all these products to have the perfect hair. It has a lot of like psychological impacts on people, but also I think from environmental point of view, it was just not right. Like
Yeah.
I came into this business to simplify how we can take care of ourselves, what it means personal care in today's uh,
Yeah.
cluttered, beachy, hype, loud craziness.
Yeah. When you talk about simplify, it seems like people are really, people need simple. They're running out of time. People don't have the time that they used to have, or at least they don't feel like they do. So what did you do to get to simple, to make it
Mhm.
simple, to simplify everything?
First of all, we have one product per each category. Sometimes you just go into a store, you just want to buy a toothpaste, and then you face with around 200 toothpaste. What is whitening? What is something? What is total care? And you just like staring at the shelves. Doesn't matter if it's like a brick and mortar or e-commerce. We are bombarded with all the choice that is like really paralyzing your decision making, or in like best case you're just consuming your time for nothing. So what we do is like we offer the best product we believe in each category. So we have one offer for per category, and we also provide a subscription model. So you decide which products you need, you decide how frequently you want to get these products, and then we just do it. And there's no cute branding and efforts in the background to keep making you buy new products all the time. We just do our business and send the products our subscribers as chosen to
Yeah.
consume for their personal care.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I know one of the things that you have on your website, no animals harmed, fair pay, vegan. I'm assuming when you talk about a better way, these were some of the things that you were thinking as well, as you built your product. So can you kind of talk about, what the, when you're mapping something out like that, a business plan, to know, hey, we want it to be vegan, we want no animals harmed, we want fair pay. It sounds like there may be more expenses involved because you need to do certain things. So how do you make the decision to do things one way, maybe over profits?
Yeah. Yeah. So there is premium to make everything super ethical. So how we decide our pricing is that what could be a cost of a toothpaste if we've done everything right. By right, meaning we don't harm any animals, and this includes is never ever selling in the countries who are pushing for animal testing at any point. We will pay living wage to the people who are producing these products, not a minimum wage, but a living wage, so they can also afford to buy a proper toothpaste for themselves. But if we have an equal pay in the organization, and what are these costs? And then that's how we decided our pricing. And we ended up being in a mid-price positioning. So we were neither too cheap to buy nor super expensive to buy. And there's even a Harvard Business Review article about it, like mid-price trap, because you
Yeah.
don't signal anything. Are you cheap? Are you just like the essentials, or are you expensive and you put some fancy ingredients in? Like people just get confused with
Yeah.
the mid price. But we still wanted to take the risks, because we want to change the narrative of B2 industry. It's not about the, I don't know, type of sea salt that will heal your skin, or it's not about some anti-aging miracle that you will appear nice. Instead, we want to talk about if our workers are happy at this point in this economic crisis, cost of living crisis, how they are going through this process. Our people in the organization are happy, and then
Yeah.
we want people to have a decision on what do they want to pay the premium for. Are you going to pay for a premium for the nice and shiny packaging with a fancy smell, or you pay for a more human economy? It's kind of
Yeah.
you vote for kind of the business you wanna interact with. So yeah, not for everyone. It's some people just like the idea immediately, and some people, I don't know. And then it's okay. We are not for everyone, and we just
Yeah.
want to serve to type of people who really cares about the environment and
Yeah.
human well-being.
Talk to me about, thank you for that. Talk to me about, being a leader and being an entrepreneur, as you're talking about in today's world, people can work from home. There's, hybrid workers, you can get best of class from all over the world. Talk a little bit about, what it takes to be a leader today.
Mm-hmm. Being a startup leader is a different story. Like, you really need to have a compelling story about your business. Like, what does your company do to be able to have access to the talent? But on the positive side about this, once you have this story, once you just make sense to people about your purpose, then the talent is just right there. Like, I was discussing with my friends who work for the giants now. They are struggling to find right talent, which never has been an issue for me, because people just like the idea and like to be around. So I think this dedication to have a purpose with your company, and then keeping the promise throughout the way, is just a must. You have to do it. And then on top, if you are like flexible enough to bring people from all over the world, which we do with TAKK. So we have people working in the US, we have people working in Thailand, Dubai, Turkey, all over the place, and we just like make it work. And that we have one essential principle that we follow, and that is just like, when we meet, we just really talk and listen to each other, and we don't waste each other's time. We also have a structure that is like, we do other businesses too, like including myself. Everybody has other jobs to do, which keeps us very energetic and very focused, like laser focused when we are working for TAKK. So we respect our customers' time, but also we do respect our own time, and that's kind of, we live with the value we want to offer to our customers.
Good. I love it. All right, let's do a quick speed round. Pinar, what's a book or a TED Talk or an article that's had the biggest impact on you?
I read philosophy. I love Bertrand Russell. The Conquest of Happiness has been a quite transforming book for me. I love Friedrich Nietzsche, all of his books too, but these two I would say. TED Talk, I listened to Barry Schwartz. It's a professor from US. I was talking about paradox of choice. Why not having too many options is not necessarily mean we have the freedom to choose, which basically the fundamental idea which I built my company TAKK on it. I consume a lot of good content, I would say.
All right, good. Tell everybody where they can, who your ideal clients are and where they can purchase your products.
We are available in the USA, in the UK, in Turkey, mytakk.com in the US, TAKK.co UK, TAKK.com.tr in Turkey. And we are for people who cares and who want to own the decision they make. We want to make their choices matter. So when you come to our website, our promise to you, we will not sell anything you don't need. So that's our promise, and we'll keep it. So if you want to go for a minimalist lifestyle, we are here.
I love it. Pinar, thank you so much. I love this podcast because I'm a business coach. I work with solopreneurs to Fortune company, C-level execs, managers, etc. But I work with people who are successful and stuck and get them unstuck. And this podcast allows me to have guests like you from all over the world who are helping people get unstuck. And I just want to extract a couple of things that you talked about today, which are the importance of really actively listening and also the power of courage. So, we all need that in our day-to-day world to be better leaders, managers, salespeople, and do what we need to grow a business. Then community, if Pinar's products can help you, please check them out. And Pinar, thanks so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. It was great to get to know you and learn about you and your journey. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. It was great.